Hey everybody, Lone Wolf Racer here, and we're back with more Insurgents. So, last time, I backtracked a little bit to explore, to pick up a few items that we missed, and then we went and just checked out the privacy in the library, and discovered that there may or may not be something that could affect us, that could affect me, Nora, that could affect us, Nora, and Damien in the future. So, all we really need to do now is just go after Nora and Damien and figure out where they went. So, with that in mind, let's head south onto Route 8 now. Almost at 6. And down here, obviously, just like all the other routes, there are new Pokemon. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention, bunch of my leveled up the team a little bit, and as you can see, Delta Roselia is now level 52. It is technically the strongest member on our team, for now, at least. Actually, now I think about it, I don't need to give you the Lucky Egg. What can I give you? Oh yeah, also, if you notice, Alligator is no longer in our party because the thing I wanted to go get is actually close. We're close to what I wanted. We're close to getting the Pokemon I wanted to replace him with. But check out Roselia's new moveset. It learned Moonblast, Dark Pulse, and Lunar Cannon. The only move that's the same is Fake Tears, which I kept on. Lunar Cannon actually is a really cool move. Absorb the Darkness. This move is basically like Solar Beam. See? And it's 105 power dark type move. If you had the new moon weather oh, that sucks. Probably should have healed there. Roselia did try to learn Moonlight, by the way, and I chose not to learn that. If for some reason the new moon ability is out, say like if you had Delta Charizard on your team and you Mega Evolved it to get so that way it would trigger the new moon, the Lunar Cannon would hit him would take only one turn to hit, just like just like with Solar Beam and like Skytech, a Power Herb will make it hit in one turn. I'll run again. Let me quickly heal you. Actually, you know what? I do have the Amulet coin, so why not? Let's get more money. Because there are a few things because at some point I do want to actually upgrade my secret base, and like get a bunch of stuff for it. So that side, we have a little bit of the little tiny maze in here with I think a few items. Is there any items in here? No, but there's Chansey. I'm gonna knock this thing out because, well, Chansey. Try to use Heal Pulse to heal me. Come on, Chansey, you... Really? Well, I've got those awakenings I picked up all the way back for the fight against Orion that I never used, so might as well use one now, and let's knock this thing out for some free XP. Alright, let's see. Oh, no item anywhere? Huh. Could have sworn there was an item there. Oh well. But yeah, Route 8 is a pretty interesting route for a few reasons. Some we'll get to later. Oh, hey! Oh, hey, look, Kangaskhan. There's Kangaskhan here, obviously. We saw a Houndoom earlier, Chansey. I'll go check it out. If I remember correctly, this is what. If you remember back to when we fought the Augur on top of Jade Tower, this is where he ended up. I believe this is where he was when that giant crystal broke apart. I believe this is where he was. I might be wrong, but I think this is that's where he ended. That's where he was, at least. Up here, first of all, there's a Snorlax here. I'm going to point this out now. That Snorlax is blocking off access to Route 9. we cannot do anything about that Snorlax for the time being. Talking to it will do nothing. So we cannot go to Route 9 right now. In this house, you shall examine every nook and cranny of a new area. You never know what you might find. For example, by looking under Celine City, I saw a rundown tower chock full of rare Pokemon. That is something we'll have to remember later. I heard there's a TM for a rare weather-inducing move in Altaria Library. I had to look around, but I couldn't find it anywhere. What a shame. He's referring to the new Moon TM that we have, which I can teach to Delta Roselia if I wanted to. However, there's a plus sign and a downside to doing that with Delta Roselia in particular, because it does boost Dark and Ghost type moves, which Delta Roselia definitely can learn. However, it lowers the power of Fairy type moves, so it's a double-edged sword if I were to teach it. Although it would make Lunar Cannon hit in one turn, which is a very interesting prospect of doing that. Actually no, we can't. Oh, actually wait, there it is. I wanted to come over here. As you can see, there's another hidden grotto. Will I follow it? Yes. Come in here. Check it out. I recommend you save your game here, and make sure you have Pokeballs before doing this. Delta Munchlax is hiding here in this hidden grotto on Route 8. You thought normal Munchlax was normal Snorlax was a scary thing? Wait till you try this guy out. For context, this Delta Munchlax here is pure grass, so using something like Leechy will not work on it here. What do I want to throw? I think Ultra Ball is probably my best bet here. And there we go! Caught it on the first ball. This was the replacement for Alligator for the main reason Delta Gardevoir is weak to ground. And while technically Flygon is immune to it, everything else on the team, including the 6th team member, which I do know what I'm going to get for that now. They are either weak, they're weak or can be hit by ground type moves. So I needed something to deal with that. And Munchlax and I feel like Delta Munchlax would be a pretty good fit. Granted, I could pick a water type, which water types are very solid Pokemon to have. I thought I'd try this, because I've never actually used the Snorlax in any capacity. Do I have a name for this thing? Well, there's a joke I like to make when I get Snorlax, is usually calling them fat ass. But that's probably not a name that YouTube people would like. So in this case, I'm going to name him Frankie. Alright. With that aside, let's check him out. He's holding an item. He's holding the leftovers. So if you didn't pick up leftovers earlier, well, now you can get a second. If you didn't pick up leftovers earlier, or if you still wanted them, or if you wanted another one, you can get them right here. Obviously, it's only level 10, so it's not going to be useful for He's not going to be useful for a while. I believe he evolves with happiness. In fact, I believe he evolves via happiness, so I'm going to just put the suit belt on him for now and just keep him in the back of the party. I can level him off screen. This person's a trainer. Let's fight him. Psychic. I had a Grumpig. Perfect. Let's use Dark. That Grumpig really wanted to go to sleep. He immediately used Rest. So, you know, no, you're gonna be still being asleep. So Dark Pulse again, and you're gone. Yeah, stick. You copy Shadow Dance. Interesting. Signal Beam. Uh-oh. Never mind. We lived it. We're good. Nice. Let's see. Psychomia defeated and another trainer down. Let's see. We have another house here. Oops. And I ran into this guy. I think, yeah, you're an 8. That's what the Ace trainer looks like. Ampharos, I am gonna know about that and use Dragonfly. Oh yeah. I still do need a nickname for Delta Rosalia / Rose Rain. So if you do have an idea for that, comment it, and I'll consider using the name. Just remember, it is a male. So any female name related to a flower probably isn't a good idea. Level 53 and 52 for Rosalia and Dragonfly respectively. A Septile, get bug buzzed into the next dimension, and you're gone too. Nice. Let's see. Ever since the Pika Taxi guy became nobody really has a need for HMO2 anymore. I'd sell it to you, but I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to pay for it. You can just have it for free. We get HMO2 Fly. I believe, unlike in the normal games, you can teach it to a Pokemon, and you don't need a move leader to get rid of it. And if you did, there's the mood leader in every Pokemon Center. That aside, I completely skipped over the name. This is Mariah Town, and Mariah Town, my favorite place in Tauren. What a lovely, lovely town. It's peaceful, serene, and built over the shining sea. And curse, the Whirl Islands Whirl Islands now rest just a route away. It's almost a shame, really. Perhaps when I flood the region, I'll leave this town for last. At last, the sea is awakening once more. Time to bring the king his crown. That was very interesting. We don't know who that person is, but judging by that, they seem to be after something. Seeing offers ranging from Delta species to shiny Pokemon, interesting. Use these on your adventure. This person will give you free Ultra Balls, which is nice. And Nosepass does absolutely nothing, so we don't need to worry about it. Here, Jeffrey, one of the local celebrities, runs trade between Mariah Town and other regions. He's been doing it for years. I have so much respect for the guy. I've heard he's been having some trouble recently with some thieves, though. His ship-like thing is just docked near the south end of town. Interesting. Should keep your Pokemon healthy and safe. This person will give you a bunch of revives, which is nice. There's an interesting building here, which looks similar to the town hall in Telnor Town. We'll check that later. If we squint past the storm clouds, you can see a group of islands to the southeast. It might sound crazy, but I swear they weren't there a few months ago. I'm tempted to head down and figure out what's going on, but I don't want to get in over my head. Better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, you definitely have a point, guy. Let's see. This house. I think, if I check, I've heard of the Dragon Ruins. I heard it has some connection to Univentology, but I can't really be sure. It's right next to Celine City. I might visit it someday. That place actually has some very interesting history behind it. Mainly for this game. We'll get it. Oh, that'll be something I'll have to explain later. My dad is a super famous super famous explorer. I want to grow to be like him. That guy does nothing for us. Here, Sunflora was holding a Dawnstone, so if you picked up a male Waltz way back when, or anything else of balls with a Dawnstone, you can pick one up right here. Also, one thing I should mention is that I did some looking around on the Delta Insurgence wiki. And if you want to go get stones and things like that, or extra fossils for some reason, hell, even hard scales, best way to do it, go into some of the earlier caves we were in and start smashing rocks with literally any fighting type move. If you have a fighting type move on your team, use that to smash the rocks, and keep doing that until you find fossils, hard scales, or whatever stone you were looking for. I heard the Ogre went to Telnor Town and got attacked by assassins. Scary. I hope the same thing doesn't happen if he visits Mariah. Did you know poison types can never miss the move Toxic? In my opinion, Willow should work the same way on fire types. And hey, nothing about Pokemon makes real sense, does it? To be fair, she's got a point. Why can't fire types miss Will-O-Wisp? In Mariah, we pride ourselves on our trading outposts from people from other regions and countries all around the world gather here to trade Pokemon. It's definitely worth a visit if you're new in town. I believe it's this building, but again, I want to check everything before we... Our town was the very first one in Torren. Interesting. You don't have anything important to say either. So, also the Pokemon Center is right here in the center, so don't worry, you don't need to backtrack through Route 8 to go heal or anything. In fact, let's go check in here first. In here, somebody here wants to trade a Delta species Pokemon. Isn't that crazy? Oh, this is the training place. My hunter for Vigoroth. Yes, I do not have one, so no. Me? Oh, I have nothing to trade. I'm just here for the fantastic culture exchange. So if you have a Vigoroth, you can get a Gengar here. If for some reason you didn't do the trade lady in the black market area. I'll trade you my Tropius for Vibrava. How does that sound? That's a horrible trade. This Tropius sucks. Choke for a Beedrill. So if you pick up a Weedle all the way back near Telnor Town and get into a Beedrill, free Machop for you free Machamp for you right there. Would you like to trade Pokemon with me? I don't really want my Slugma anymore. I'll accept any Pokemon for it. That is an interesting trade, but for reasons we won't see for a while. And this person, okay, you have to go around to talk to her. And probably the rarest Pokemon in the building, a Delta Pokemon. It's a Coughing to be specific. If you want to trade for it, I'll need something valuable in return. How about a pseudo-legendary? Or at very least one of the pre-evolutions. I do not have one I want to get rid of to trade right now, so no. Basically, any of the pseudo-legendaries would be anything in the Dragonair, anything in the Dratinian line, Larvitar, anything in the Larvitar line, anything in the Larvitar line. I believe for Hoenn it would be Beldum line, and also the Salamence line. It would Gabite for Sinnoh, Unova. I have no idea. I think it would be the Dino line, and for Kalos it would be. For Kalos, I don't even know what it would be. I guess Gudra? I have no idea. Actually, for that one. That aside, coming in here, looking at Mariah Town Museum. The fee is 500 Poké-Dollars. Would you like to pay it? Yes. This may seem random why we're in this building when we could just go downstairs. There's a reason for this. It remembers the age of fossils through something called carbon dating. That's actually something that goes on in real life. Looking around. I ordered these fossils from the gift shop, but they gave me more than I needed. Why don't you have one? I don't need it. You get an old amber from this guy here. Let's see. No, you don't have anything interesting. Let's see, what do we got here? Red meteorite, Helix fossil, Dome fossil, What's this? Ancient Pokeball. Plume Fossil. And what's this? Evolutionary Stones. Does this hiker have anything? No, you don't, so... Let's see. I think we need to come down here, actually. Let's see. Shell Fossil. Engravings of a lost civilization. Incredible that we actually have an object as rare as the Blue Orb in the museum. And has such a rich history from Hoenn to Johto, it's hard to believe it ended up here. Well now. Ancient Pokeball again. That white-haired woman gives off bad vibes, you know. Her aura is all out of whack, man. White-hair woman, we saw her earlier. But we don't know well, we haven't seen her again. But, coming over here, I'm sorry, but this blue orb was donated to by an important sponsor. It's very valuable, so I'll need to come to you if you want to take a closer look. Sound good? Yes. This orb has quite a history. It powered Kyogre back in the days in the beginning of the universe. It was also involved in the Aqua Hoenn conflict 50 years ago. It was used by RNG to revert Kyogre to its primal form. It was generally donated to someone by someone who wishes to remain. Oh, no way! Ah, miss. I was just in a speech about this orb. Perhaps you... Oh no. Sorry. I'm only here for the relic. Man, sorry, but I can't save it. Let's make this easier for both of us. I'm sure you know about the Abyssal Cult. You mean the terrorist? Are you trying to intimidate me? Well, yes, actually. I'm kind of a murderer. It'd be easier for both of us if you just moved. You don't even look like one of their members. It's because I'm not. I'm their leader. Thank you. What are you planning on doing with it? Well, you tell me. What could the leader of the Abyssal Cult possibly want with the artifact of Lugia? You must want to summon. Wait, what? The blue orb is Kyogre's artifact, not Lugia's. Ah, here it is. Super compartment. Clever. It's hard to believe the title bell was this easy to find. The title bell, but please. Why would anyone want some cheap plastic ball when Lugia's bell is resting underneath it? That's the blue orb, or legendary artifact of Kyogre. You're absolutely right, but that's not the orb. Fake? How did you know? How did you know the bell was there? Best place to hide something is in plain sight. Nobody would think to look for the bell next to a fake orb. And well, this cheap plastic ball here, I donated it. Why? As the leader of the Abyssal Cult, everyone assumes I'm after Kyogre. Naturally, people don't want my hands getting on the blue orb. Having a copy of it that's in a garden museum, well, what a better way to make everyone think I don't already have it. And don't think I haven't noticed you there, Wolf. You're the one that Mew chose? You want to stop me? Bring it. I'll be waiting. South of Mariah lies the location of the World Islands. When you're ready to lose, just stop on by. She knew your name. Just who are you exactly? I need to report this to my superiors. Oh man, I'm going to be in so much trouble. So, a gauntlet has been thrown down by Audrey of the Abyssal Cult. I think you know what we need to do next. Coming out here, we can surf now. The Pikachu guy is also right here. For some reason, you need to go back to another town. I think you know what we need to do next. We need to go after Audrey and see if we can stop her. But that'll be for next time. See you guys then.